You ever asked God to level you up and then he turned around and told you to give something up? Yeah, friend, that part. We love the idea of being that girl in Christ, but obedience? That's where the transformation actually starts. And let me tell you something, it's not always pretty, but it's worth it. What's up, y'all? I'm Cherish. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the family. This is where faith meets real life, and we keep it all the way real over here. And if you've been here before, hey boo, you already know how this goes. How was your week? Was life lifing? Did you have a breakthrough moment? Either way, friend, drop a praise report or prayer request in the comments so we can lift each other up. Now, today, we're going to talk about something that doesn't always make the highlight reel: obedience. Because listen, being that girl in Christ, it sounds cute, right? It looks good in captions and reels. But when God starts requiring something from you, when He starts stretching you, that's when the real glow up begins. So if you've ever found yourself saying, God, use me, but didn't expect Him to start messing with your playlist, your circle, or your comfort zone, this one's for you, friend. Let's be real. Everybody loves the look of being saved. The devotionals, the highlighted Bible pages, the cute tote bags that say woman of God or whatever. We love the aesthetic of Christianity. But here's the thing, friend. The aesthetic is easy. The assignments, baby, that's where it gets real. It's one thing to post scriptures, but can you live them when it's not convenient? You're posting, I can do all things through Christ, but can you stay quiet when your flesh wants to clap back? You're rocking the Holy Girl era t-shirt, but are you tithing when your account is low? You're sharing sermon clips, but still running back to the things God told you to let go of 2 seasons ago. The truth is, the devil doesn't care about your Christian aesthetic. He's checking for your obedience because that's where your power is. Looking like you love Jesus is cute, but living like it is where real transformation begins. So let me ask you this, friend. Are you in love with the idea of being a Christian? Or are you committed to the walk that comes with it? Friend, that aesthetic might get you likes, but obedience is where you get the fruit. Listen, we love to say, God, I trust you, until He asks for something that doesn't feel good. That's when it gets real. Because true obedience is not always convenient. It's not always aesthetic. It will cost you your comfort, your routine, your flesh, your plans, and sometimes even your friends. You ever feel like God told you to delete something you didn't think was that deep? Or walk away from a situation that didn't feel toxic, but deep down you knew it wasn't for you? That's obedience, friend. And it rarely comes wrapped in comfort. He might tell you to walk away from a relationship you begged him to fix. You'll feel convicted about the music you've been listening to, and suddenly your playlist is different. He might tell you to stay in a job that feels uncomfortable or leave the one that's feeding your ego. The thing is, friend, God's not trying to ruin your vibe. He's trying to refine your soul. Because that version of you you're praying to become, she's not built in comfort. She's built in obedience. Luke chapter 9 verse 23. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. Obedience will interrupt your plans, but it will never block your promise. Comfort didn't call you. Christ did. Everybody talks about the glow up, but the real glow up doesn't come from skincare. It doesn't come from aesthetics. It comes from alignment. We think obedience is boring, restrictive, too deep. But can I tell you something, friend? Obedience is the secret sauce. That's where favor shows up. That's where clarity hits different. That's where peace becomes unshakable because you're finally in position. We want breakthrough, but we're still in disobedience. We want the promise, but we won't leave the counterfeit. We want purpose, but we don't want pruning. You can't get the glow up without the go through. Obedience is hard in the moment. It feels like you're losing something. But what if you're not losing? What if you're being launched? Because every yes to God is a no to something that was blocking you. And that, my friend, is what unlocks favor you didn't even pray for. Deuteronomy 28 verse 2. All these blessings will come on you and overtake you if you obey the Lord your God. You want that girl in Christ? Start obeying in silence, because the glow up isn't loud, it's rooted, and obedience is the fertilizer. Let's be real for a second. We love to ask God for blessings, elevation, and influence, but are we being real with Him? Some of us are asking for God-sized assignments while still living in Instagram-sized obedience. We show up polished, posed, and performing, thinking that's what He wants. But God's not checking your performance. He's checking your posture. You can fool people with the aesthetics. You can even fool yourself with busy work and ministry stuff. But you cannot fake obedience. You can't filter your surrender. God doesn't anoint potential. He anoints authenticity. If you're still asking God to bless the version of you He's been trying to grow you out of, it might be time to sit down and say, okay, God, what am I still holding on to? Because He can't bless who you pretend to be. He can't cover the mask. He can only move when you're fully surrendered. Do not merely listen to the word. Do what it says. James 1:22. Friend, obedience might cost you your image, but it'll give you your identity. So friend, here's the real question. Are you really ready to be that girl in Christ? Not the one who just looks the part, but the one who walks in obedience even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's quiet, even when it costs. Because that girl in Christ, she doesn't just post scriptures, she applies them. She doesn't just show up when it's easy, she shows up when it's hard. She doesn't just glow, she grows. This journey isn't about being perfect. It's about being positioned and obedient. In obedience, that's the position where the oil flows. Y'all, if this hit your spirit, drop it in the comments and let me know. Let me know what part had you sitting there like, okay, God, I hear you. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because we're not playing in this season. God is growing us up. Share this with a friend who's been saying she's in her glow up season but needs to be reminded obedience is the glow. Your transformation starts with truth. So keep seeking, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, friend.